Welcome to Life and Living. I'm Joanna Gagis. There's a startling number of people in New Jersey who are hungry or food insecure, over 1 million. The Community Food Bank of New Jersey and the Summit Medical Group Foundation understand that hunger is actually a health issue. But what does that mean? Here to explain is Karen Leies, Vice President of Development at the Community Food Bank of New Jersey, and Dr. Zona Batacchi, an Endocrinology Specialist at Summit Medical Group. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
This is a really, really important collaboration because you're really touching on two needs within the community, but really stemming from the same problem, right? So first, let's set it up, Karen. What do we know about hunger in New Jersey? What communities are affected? What are the numbers affected?
Well, every community in New Jersey is affected by hunger, and we know that it doesn't matter whether it's poor or affluent. Every single town in New Jersey has food insecure individuals.
What does food insecure mean?
Food insecurity means that the individual doesn't necessarily know where its next meal is coming from. And we also know that people may not have the most nutritious food. So oftentimes when families are food insecure, they're turning to low nutritious food to satiate that hunger.
Why is that?
Because it's cheaper, it's faster, it's easier.
So what are some of those problem foods that we know people are turning to?
Fast food, high carbohydrate, high sugar. I'm sure you could speak to that.
High fat foods.
Yes.
So, Doctor, what is happening in the body? What do we see as some of the chronic conditions that are coming out of these lower income families, populations in New Jersey who, like Karen said, are turning to the worst food options because it's what they can afford?
Right. So what's happening, and it's happening nationwide and in New Jersey, is that obesity is on the rise, and with it is type 2 diabetes. And so this initiative with Summit Medical Group Foundation and the Food Bank, we're trying to identify people who have diabetes and also people who have pre-diabetes.
What is the difference between diabetes and pre-diabetes?
Right. So pre-diabetes means that you don't have diabetes just yet. There are actually many people who have that. Nationwide, it's about 84 million compared to 30 million people who have diabetes.
So more than twice the number of people are on the verge,
yes,
going down the wrong path.
Right. But this is an important critical group of persons because if we intervene, we can reverse their progress to diabetes. And some of the things that we will be talking about at the Food Bar initiative is teaching people about the things that they have to do to reverse progression to diabetes, including eating healthy, exercising, and so on.
And we know that 28% of the people that we serve through the Community Food Bank have a member in their household that has pre-diabetes or diabetes.
Those numbers are staggering because the impact of someone having diabetes, talk about some of the, I guess they're comorbidities really, that come from having diabetes.
Sure. Some of the complications include damage to your eyes, that's retinopathy, which can lead to blindness, damage to your kidneys. Many people have family members on dialysis or having other kidney issues, amputations,
right.
loss of limbs.
Right.
So those are some of the things that can happen. Increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes as well from uncontrolled diabetes.
So being able to get in and mitigate some of these problems before they become life-threatening or before they're life-altering is so critical. Karen, what does the program look like? How are you reaching the community?
So we're working with 7 of our partner agencies as a pilot, and there are 3 components to the program. The first is the medical screenings, which Summit Medical Group physicians are providing, and then we are providing very specific food boxes to those individuals that are participating in the program with diabetes-friendly food.
What are some of those diabetes-friendly foods?
Fresh fruits and vegetables at the top of the list, whole grains, lean protein, what you would think of to create a very healthy, clean diet.
There has to be a major education component here as you're trying to first change the habits, right? Sometimes lifelong habits of these individuals who've probably don't have a taste for even some of the foods that you're providing. So how do you educate, how do you make that part of this program?
Part of this initiative, we're having monthly classes. We have diabetes educators and dietitians coming to teach people who have diabetes about diabetes, but also people with pre-diabetes about how they can make changes to their diet to help prevent the progression.
Okay, so along with the boxes, tell me what else they're getting.
They're getting these education classes, they're getting recipe cards, they're getting tastings and sample cooking demonstrations. And there are a lot of different cultures in New Jersey. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes doing a program like this in New Jersey really unique. So we have to address those cultural issues too. At the same time, we're introducing these potentially new foods, how to cook them properly and have your whole family and the people in your home also embrace it, right? So we're not just trying to affect that one life, but we're trying to affect the whole family for the better.
Do you see a snowball effect here, where as one person in the family learns this, they start passing it and spreading it? Are you seeing that yet?
Personally, in my experience with patients, I often find that if the whole family participates in making those changes, let's all go for a walk after dinner, let's all, eat the same way as dad does. He has diabetes. It's just easier for that person who has diabetes or prediabetes to make their goal.
And one thing that you mentioned before we started the segment was the physicians and the doctors who are coming to these community organizations. We'll find out which ones they are. They're doing this in their spare time.
They are.
This is volunteer work for them. So beyond their crazy work hours, they're giving back to the community. That's an important component here.
Yes, I mean, the Summit Medical Group Foundation, we have multiple initiatives, and we've had a long-standing history with the food bank, and so we're so excited that we are able to participate and make a difference. Pre-diabetes, 9 out of 10 people don't even know that they have it. Diabetes, the trajectory is just going higher and higher every year. I think it's critical that we try and make some kind of impact on this terrible disease.
And I think some people have been told they're diabetic or they're pre-diabetic, and they're coming to the food bank and to these pantries for food support. So they don't know how they can affect change. So that education piece is really key, to have time with the doctors, to have time with the staff there to say, okay, these are the foods and this is how you do it. This is the missing piece, is that knowledge of how to make the change, because people want to be healthy and they want their family to be healthy.
So this is a pilot program, Karen, 7 facilities right now throughout the state. Where do you hope this grows?
We hope we can extend it throughout our service area. We hope we can extend it through the state. If we are evaluating its efficacy with Montclair State University, they're doing an independent evaluation. The clients have their blood tested quarterly, and we'll measure the outcomes through surveys pre and post. And if we find that it's effective and impactful, not only to the clients, but again to their families, we'd like to extend it much further and much deeper.
Seems that there's no doubt there's going to be a tremendous impact from this program. Karen Leies, Vice President of Development at the Community Food Bank of New Jersey, and Dr. Zona Batacchi, Endocrinology Specialist at Summit Medical Group. Thank you both on behalf of your organizations and everything that you're doing to give back to the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is it?
It's you.
It's me? All right, Emma. I know it's not your favorite, but it's time for your medicine, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Emma, Emma, Bobemma, banana, fana, fofemma, fee, fi, fofemma, Emma. Very good, sweetie. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah, you did a really good job, okay? Let's go back to drawing.
Also brought to you by Hackensack Meridian Health and by the Nicholson Foundation.